All right. So welcome to It's Like That, Madison. Today we're meeting at my house.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be fun. So when we started this, gosh, how many, was it?
May.
May, yeah. So May of last year, we thought our goal is to get to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And to see how we do and to see, do we like doing this? And just be able to celebrate when we get to 10. Because,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of it, some of my time, the ideas take the work into putting in what we're going to do. And certainly we have Jeri sitting with us today. She's normally behind the camera. So we thought it'd be really fun to just kind of do a really short episode and just talk about why we got started and kind of what our goals are going forward.
Yeah. Should I pop our champagne?
Yes, let's pop the champagne.
Yeah. So
our cranberry, sparkling cranberry. NA champagne, since we all have work to do.
Right, it's, middle of the afternoon. We'll be working after this.
So, again, I'm Tiffany Tobias with Start Company Realtors.
Jannea Wood with Start Company Realtors.
Katie Kolakowski with City RE.
Jeri Casper with Start Company Realtors.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So how'd this even come to be?
Oh, hey!
I mean, we all worked together at one point.
Sorry,
right?
Pop.
Yeah, so we all worked together at one point.
Yep.
So what was you guys started talking first.
Yeah, I don't remember how the topic came up other than I think Katie suggested it. And I am incredibly camera shy and normally would not want to do something like this, but there was something about doing it with Katie. It was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll do the podcast. And then we needed and then you must have already talked to Tiffany about it because then it was the three of us were going to be doing
you know what it was? I was watching, I like a lot of trashy TV. I was watching Southern Charm. And remember, I think I mentioned it to you. Those two guys had broken up their podcast.
Yes.
They were breaking
Craig
it up.
and
Austin.
Austin. Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be super fun to do, podcasts. And then she said, we already started talking, and she's like, we should definitely get it together. So
Yeah, how did you come up with the idea?
Well, two things. I think I watched on what is the Ryan Serhant real estate show, Selling Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Those two got in trouble because they were talking inappropriately on their podcast, but I thought podcasts could probably do a lot of good. And also to shout out to Landon Smith, my old realtor in Colorado. I watched his podcast and always thought it was really informative. And I was looking around in Madison to see F&E real estate podcasts, and there's a couple, but there's not enough. And female-led ones are always important to me too, with women doing cool things, and that's what I love about this crew also. And so I just thought it would be, my goal is it doesn't matter to me if we go viral or not. Yeah. I just like sitting around with people I enjoy and talking about topics that I'm passionate about, and I wanted to do that with friends. And I'm really thankful for this group here because some people that's what they want to do, and some people that's not what they want to do. But this group, too, all of us kind of jumped out of our comfort zone and said, hey, yeah, let's try this. And we never thought we'd be here today at 10, which is really fun with our, how many followers? 35, which is exciting.
35 on YouTube, but we have like 240 downloads on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you. I never thought we'd be here, so that's exciting. Do you want to talk about our love of why we rap music and why we picked our title as well?
I like that.
Well, I was driving down the road and had like an epiphany because I was listening to the 90s channel, as I often do on Sirius.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I listen to.
Yeah, so Nothing But a G Thing came on by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And I'm not going to sing it for this. You can look it up, or maybe one of you will sing it. But I was like, that's got to be the song for our podcast and the name of our podcast. It's Like That. So that's where that came. And I think I texted you while I was driving, but with a microphone, to say, like, this is what I was thinking we could do.
I feel like, too, there was a showing that Jannea and I had early Saturday morning, but we didn't know we'd both be there at the same time. And I roll up, and she's bumping her 90s radio station, and I can't remember what she was playing, but the song she's referencing to is like, it's like this, like that, like this, and I saw her jamming in her car. I rolled down my window, and I can't remember if it was Salt and Pepper blaring, but we just had this moment where I was like, I didn't know you'd be here. She's like, I didn't know you'd be here, but we were both blaring our 90s, 2000s, early 2000s rap, and then we had this showing with our prospective clients at the same time. So it's just kind of been a bonding for all of us. Tiffany, you and I always say Biggie Smalls and Tupac, like...
Yeah, I remember when we were both working with a client, and so I was showing everything on the east side, and you were showing everything on the west side, and there was like multiple days where it was so funny because like you would be like, and so like I'd be showing them it's like two places, and then they'd be like, okay, we're heading to the west side, they're gonna meet Katie, and then one of us would call and be like, send him your way, Tupac, send him on your way. So that was like Houston West. So ridiculous.
We
Yeah, it was great because we'd be like Tiffany's Biggie Smalls on the east and as Tupac on the west. It was just fun. And then I feel like Jeri, you have a lot of commonalities with us too, with animals, music, just ideologies, but we just really appreciate you putting up with us.
Yes. You can listen to us all the time.
It's very fun to hang out with these ladies. And I'm not just saying that.
Yeah, so it worked out really well because, we needed to find somebody, because the three of us, I would say we're like, okay, if we want to do this, what do we do? Like, do we use a camera?
We were just going to use like
computer?
our iPhone.
Like, what do we possibly use? And so when you came into the picture and we're like, let's try out a few things. Let's see how things work. It was just fantastic because then we could come up with some of the ideas and we could, kind of have more of the professional on your side of things. So thank you so much for sticking along.
Thank you for making it.
But I also
happen.
feel like too, Jeri, like, and I have a question for you, but the statement, of course, I always have first. And it's, I really love, like, Jeri's behind the scenes with the fun words and the fun graphics. And so we don't ask Jeri to put those in, but when she puts them in, we all just kind of giggle and agree. And so we love that just professional funness that you have. Like, what is your favorite part of, like, doing the podcast, like, putting it together? Like, is it doing like clips and putting your creativity in, or is it like listening to us babble?
Probably not. Right?
I do like putting together, especially like the shorts, because I feel like I can be a little more creative with those because it's like in this defined thing.
Yeah.
Because it's harder with like a full episode for me at this point in my learning how to do this journey, to like pepper that into an actual episode as much, because I'm always afraid I'm going to do too much or too little or whatever. So I do like putting those together. But honestly, like, for me anyway, there's not like a ton of like lulls in your conversations, where like I have to go in and like edit out like or anything like that. So that part, like working with you guys has been so easy in that way, is that you pretty much consistently give me good stuff, and then I'm just fixing any mistakes I made with audio or like, oh, the video's a little crooked, like. So yeah, I have been kind of learning as I go with you all, and I've appreciated all the learning I've been able to do as well. But yeah, it is fun to find like little like audio clips. So we just did the episode last time about inspections, and you guys were talking about the poo that you find.
Yes. Yeah.
And I did like go in and I got like weird bathroom noises and screaming, but I decided against. I decided against it. I got like a giant poo emoji, but like I was like, maybe I'm leaning in too much to this thing that probably most people are super.
But the bat's on there, which is
I did put the bat on there.
So that turned out.
Yeah. So if you're only listening, you're missing the cool graphics that Jeri does.
Yeah.
So it's worth a watch on YouTube.
It was super fun. We always ask you to validate us too, which I think is fun, and you're a fact checker as well. So you're a woman of many talents that we're appreciative of too.
Yeah.
So I think we mentioned this maybe in our first one, but we are all of us are animal lovers, which is fantastic because the three of us don't have kids. So I mean, our animals have been our kids. So that was definitely drawing us together.
And mostly dogs. That's why our first episode was
about dogs. Yeah,
and
that's right.
Yeah.
Some cats or
I
something
just
like that.
revealed today that I'm jumping to the cat
Yeah, Katie was telling Jeri before
I don't
we got
actually
here.
believe it, but we'll see what happens.
See, I'm a cat person, but I don't. I tolerate dog people. It's fine.
Yeah, so dogs in common. We're dog moms.
Yeah.
Our significant others travel all the time, so we like run the house and run our own a lot. Run our own business. Food.
Food's definitely one of them. And the one that's probably, I mean, what we found, we haven't had to deal with this yet on any of our tapings, but we did have an issue where we all kind of swear a lot.
Yeah, we've been really doing well with our lack of swearing.
Yes, and not
sworn once as far
No,
as
I don't think so.
And it's not even like, it was not, it's one of those things where you catch yourself and you're like, oh, or if you're really passionate about something. And so we laughed because we thought that's going to happen sooner or later because we have similar.
I think as we get freer, maybe down the road it might happen.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm pretty proud of myself for making it 10 episodes without a F-bomb.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we were going to have the necklace that said it. Keep us from saying it.
Our money jar in the middle.
Yeah.
like a swear jar.
Yeah, put
that's
out
not a bad idea.
20. No, that's true too. And I think too, like one of the commonalities that I'm really excited about this group too is just an underlying tone of ethics and professionalism.
100%.
And I think that might be why we're not swearing as much as we normally do, because we also understand and take this job very seriously and want to be taken seriously. And I mean, there's a time and a place, and I don't think in our podcast we've found that time and place yet.
It's probably not there. But it was, I was saying
it's
more
funny
so
that I
because
made it 10 episodes, like knowing from
Yeah.
the East Coast what I sound like my dad being from Long Island on a regular.
And I meant it more so like things that made us laugh when we first started talking about it.
Yeah. And with that being said too, one of the things I feel really comfortable with when we're in a discussion about inspections or contracts is how we care about our people.
Absolutely.
And I think that like Jeri's on the back end of real estate, but she really cares about what she does. Like we all have a high care factor. And I think we see people as people and houses as a basic need and a necessity, right? And I think that is something that really draws me to this group as well.
Yeah, the integrity, the ethics,
the same ideology when it comes to, you like how I struggled with that word? It was a big one for me. The same ideology when it comes to work ethics, people, and what we're doing and creating as a community, whether it's behind the scenes in real estate or front facing.
Yeah. I think it says a lot that we might not be of the same brokerage, but we can do this together. We can collaborate. We don't have to compete.
Yeah.
Because it's an industry where a lot of people are competing with one another, and we don't feel the need to do that.
Yeah.
It's just, we can raise each other up and just know we're all doing a good job.
Well, I think we each run our business with the idea of abundance, right? We're not concerned about the competition side because like I know that my clients are going to use me and hopefully continue to use me, as well as, we have separate bases, even though we operate on such a similar level.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't see our podcast as like, I'm trying to generate business from it, right?
Yeah.
Where some
Informative.
I think a lot of podcasts might be where it's like for other agents and they're trying to recruit or they're trying to get business. For me, this is fun.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd be doing it. Love it. But I just enjoy doing it. I'm not looking for anything from it other than just the time together and the creative outlet it allows. And
no, I think that's
and I like to think that we're bringing some good education.
too. It is for consumers.
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
fun and some education. I think I got the most compliments though on the houses as wines. If we can ever figure out how to do anything as a wine, I think that would be great.
We'll have to look at, you're good at digging into the Google and then asking it for the second round and the third round. So maybe we can figure out what are some of the other ideas that we can compare for what a house would be.
And we're open to ideas too. So if you have ideas and want to send them our way, totally open to that. Let me ask you all this. What's a fun, weird fact that the world might not know about you, or something that you enjoy doing in your downtime if you can't think of a fun, weird fact?
Oh, God. It's always a loaded question, a fun, weird fact.
Do you have yours off the top?
I mean, I have a bunch of fun, weird facts.
I don't know that mine's like fun, but I was at a police station when I was in like the 8th grade. I kind of got arrested for being out late at night when I was.
Tell us about
your secrets.
Yes.
So, I don't have a record, but yeah, people probably wouldn't think that about me. I'm going to be the more straight and,
What
organized
how'd you get picked
individual.
up?
We were out at a sleepover out late at night doing aerobics in the courtyard, messing around as like 8th grade girls do.
Yeah.
And people called the cops on us for being out at like, I don't know, maybe it was midnight. We were probably making noise and laughing. And so the cops came and we all scattered and I went to go hide behind a car, and unfortunately 3 other people followed me, and I was like, get out of here, like, because
you're a leader, Janae.
They're gonna
Janae's
see
a leader.
us all. And then like the super athletes in our group just did like
Booked
their
it.
track run and they got home, but we got caught because there was like 4 little people behind this car, and they just brought us in to make a example out of us, call our parents, and that was the scariest part of it. But yeah,
Oh my gosh,
I got
fun.
I got booked when I was in.
They're
8th
like, what are you
grade.
doing? You're like, aerobics.
And I was in my pajamas. Yeah, so
No aerobics after 9 p.m.
Yeah. Do you have a fun story?
top
or-
that. No.
Well, I'm not gonna top that. That's for sure.
That's a great one. I would never have guessed that.
No. Okay, give me one. Give me just a second.
I can
It's
go.
tough.
Yeah,
The
go,
pressure.
go.
So I have a bunch of weird ones. Like, I'm always kind of like that person where like life throws it your way. I'm like, well, why not? Unless like, I really enjoy naps though. So if it's going to interfere with like a nap or like early bedtime, sometimes I'm like, no. But remember when MTV had like the VJs?
Oh, yeah.
Like, back in the day. Remember
Yes.
they had Jesse Camp who was like, want to be a VJ, and then they had the VJ tryouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to New York City to try out to be a VJ.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I was a little late in line, and so I didn't make like the line tryouts. But I did meet that guy Jesse Camp, and I don't know if you all remember him. He was always high as a kite, like 24/7 on MTV. And one of my favorite things was, did I tell you this whole story? No?
No.
So one of my favorite things was if I wasn't gonna be a VJ, my roommate had a monster crush on him, and so I needed to at least get an autograph. So they had a chain link fence because I had arrived too late and it was shut. And so I climbed the chain link fence and I yelled, "Hey, Jesse," at the top of my lungs, and he's really tall, and so he could see me. Well, of course, I was on a chain link fence, and then he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Hey, listen, my roommate loves you. Can you autograph this for me?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I pass it through the crowd to him. He signs it because I had a pen with me too, and the picture of him, and then he passes it back, and I got down from the fence because, of course, by that time, security was like, "Get off the fence." And I'm like wandering away and I look down at the picture and it says, "Kisses and hugs, not too many drugs. Love, Jesse." So
You wrote you a little poem.
Look him up.
I forever love that exit greeting. I secretly wouldn't mind signing, not that I do drugs, but I think it's funny to sign like emails in a weird way, but I don't because of but I just secretly love that his goodbye exit was "Kisses and hugs, not too many drugs. Love, Jesse Camp." So yeah, if you haven't seen him, look him up. And Jeri can insert a photo of him.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
That was the fun weird fact. I have way too many to choose from. I was thinking of like when you were saying that, like something more like spontaneous of just making a decision when you said I went out to New York to obviously do that. I was thinking back when the Chicago Cubs were going to the World, we were hoping they were going to be going to the World Series. So when I was young, my grandfather, his passed away a long time ago, but he got me into baseball, like absolutely got me into baseball. And he was a Chicago Cubs fan because he grew up in Chicago. And so when we were probably as young as 4 or 5, we would take the train down and go to Chicago Cubs games, and he taught me how to score, which I still do today. It's one of my favorite things to do if I go to a game.
Like the piece of paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so I had always said, okay, if they go to the World Series, I want to be in Chicago. I want to be a part of that, be able to go to some of the games because we still go to some games. And so when it was getting closer to the World Series, the tickets were already, supposedly if they made it, we're going to be in the thousands. And so it was like, that's not going to happen. But we had every single year from, I would say, since I had met my husband on, we had always got a hotel in downtown Chicago for the week of the World Series, just in the event that they would be there. So we thought we could have it because it was $90 a night versus whatever they ended up spending.
Yeah.
But right before the World Series was the NCLS championship, and they were playing against the Dodgers. And I had gone on and looked, and this was like 9 o'clock. I don't even know what day of the week it was. And I said, oh my gosh, they have tickets for tomorrow's game and they're only $90 a piece. And I'm like, this would be awesome. We could see the NCLS game, see what it would take him to get there. And I called my friend, I use as my travel agent, Clara, and I said, can you help me do this? And literally within like 25 minutes, she was like, can you get on a bus to go to Chicago? And I was like, yeah. So we got on a bus to go to Chicago. She got us tickets. She got us a room in Chinatown, which wasn't too far from the baseball stadium, and we got the tickets for the next morning. So we flew out that night, ended up staying 2 nights, and came back and watched them win there. And then as we were flying into Chicago, all the fireworks were going off because they had made it to the World Series.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we ended up staying down there for a week.
That's a really
Oh
cool
my God.
memory.
Yeah. But it was within, and I walked into the living room and I said, Jason, I just booked us tickets to fly out to LA. And he's like, when? And I go, now. And he's like, Tiffany, I have to work. And I said, I know, I already reached out to your boss. We're going.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great
Yeah.
surprise. That's cool.
Gosh, I don't know. The only thing I could think of, I guess, is it's not a super weird fact, but I volunteer every week
Yeah, that's
That's
cool.
fantastic.
at the
Yeah.
Dane County Wildlife Center,
Oh.
Dane County Humane Society Wildlife Center. I work with songbirds, so I prepare little meals for recovering songbirds. And,
What do they eat?
A combination of bugs, fruit. Some of them eat vegetables. Some of them eat like seeds and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It just depends on the bird. You get like a diet book based on the bird's diet.
What are they recovering from?
Oh, all sorts of things. Pretty common stuff is like window strikes.
Oh.
And
Is that who you call?
yeah, actually, yeah.
It's the wildlife of
Dane County
Dane.
Humane
Yeah.
Society.
It's
Wildlife
attached to
Center.
the regular Humane Society too. For
Okay, so
like
if a
their
bird,
main
I didn't know
corporate-
that. I didn't know what to do.
So if you come across injured
Yes.
or ill wildlife,
No,
I'll put the number at the bottom of the screen. No, but this
How
is,
long do they?
about 3. This is my 3rd summer, I think.
Yeah. How long do they take to recover too?
It really. I think it depends on the bird. I don't know a ton about like that aspect of it because I'm not like I'm not a rehabilitator.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on like what happens because it can be anything from like neurological to they just are a little sore. So it really depends on the bird. I don't know a lot about the other animals that are there, but mostly just the songbirds.
Well, it was a fun little catch up and
Houses
explanation.
as birds.
Houses as birds.
Oh, I would be so good at that.
Maybe then we
I'm
do
a
that
huge bird nerd.
with the birds. We could have the birds.
I think we should give the birds the microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
I think so.
I think so. I think what's great about this is we're here to catch up. We're here to thank you, those of you who are subscribing and certainly downloading. But I think the theme is we're not stopping.
Yeah,
No,
cheers
no,
to that.
No, we need more ideas though.
All right. So cheers. Thank
Cheers
you guys.
to 10. It's been super fun.
And we will be back next month.
Yeah, thank you for watching It's Like That, Madison.
See ya.